Okay, so here's a little optimized problem. I've got a landmass and I'm going to put a building here. So I need a building pad and my building pad is going to be level and I want it done so that my net cut and fill as I grade this area is zero or close to zero within 250 feet. So the way I'm going to do this is here's my existing 000. I'm going to do all fill and then I'm going to do all cut. I know that those aren't going to be right. One fills it all the way up, one cuts it all the way. So I can't have net cut and fill. But it's going to give me some numbers. And then I'm going to start using Newton-Raphson method, guess and by golly. And based on my numbers, I'm going to refine my guess to get closer and closer and closer. And then I know how to compare this number to my target to see if it's acceptable because you've done that a lot. So here's how we're going to do it. First of all, I'm going to look here and I go, okay, I see what it looks like. That's good. And that's my existing. But now I'm going to go into my site plan, and in order to calculate net cut and fill automatically in Revit, I need to save my existing and create a new site that's graded. And then I can compare those two internally. So I'm going to go to massing and site and I'm going to grade some region. So there's a graded region. Now I have to make a copy. I want it to compare exactly to my existing one. So I go click and now I've got a new one. Okay. And that all looks like that. And you can see now that I've got a new construction going on. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to click outside of it. And now I'm only going to show new construction here. I want to show only new. So when I click on this, it should be my new construction. And look, it tells me if there's been cut and fill. So when I click on it, I might want to give this one a name. This is my graded site. Okay, so I did a few things there. I made a new topo solid and I copied it through the graded region command, my old one, and then I made sure that I'm only looking at my new one so that that's all I work on. New construction show new. And I gave that one a new name. So these are all things that I think you've got the ability to do. Okay? So now when I click on it and I go to add points, I want to be absolute. So I knew that this was at 15 feet. Let's go back really quick and see what I need to do. I'm going to go back to my existing. And I'm going to put some contour labels on my existing. Let's get those on there. Let me do that again. So they're a little bit small. This thing, I probably need to change my scale of this floor plan to something much bigger. There we go. So I can see that over here, if I did that on this one, $15 is my high point. So if I want to do all fill, I'm going to make it 15 feet all around that. My low point looks like And I can get it closer as like 10.5. I can see exactly what it is. Well, I'll be able to in a little bit. But that one, it's going to be about 10.5. Here's 10, 11, 10.5. So when I do all cut, it's going to be 10.5. So here I go. We click on it. We add points. They have to be at an absolute, not from the surface, but absolute, and 15 feet. And I just start clicking all along that line. And I put a lot of them in because then my topo lines can't jump across. So I put a lot of them in there. And you can see that there's no topo lines here. That truly is 15 feet. So kind of 15 feet spreads around a little bit and then it starts dropping off as it goes. So it's changed it. So now I can click on it. And if I click on that topo solid again, it'll tell me the cut and fill. Oh, it's pretty big. Hard for you to be able to see that. I can't really zoom in. Get rid of that. I don't know what. Try that again. I've got a little stupid message I don't want to see. And 25,528. So when it's all fill, and somehow I got a little bit of cut in that. So I didn't have it quite all the way cut. This probably humped up just a little bit, but that's good enough. So I got all fill was 25,528. It had a cut of 532. That's not much. And remember, this equals fill minus cut. And my target is 250. So I can tell this is way bigger. I don't even have to do anything. I can just say no. I can make it, I can make it automatic, but I'm just going to say no. So now let me do all cut. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to modify my points. I'm going to highlight all those. And my low was, I think I said it was 10.5. See how it really changed it? I keep clicking where I don't want it to be. Really changed it. Let's see what it looks like here. Oh, I'm showing existing here. And just show my new. So there it is. And you can see there's a nice little flat spot. And then it goes up in those corners and down a little bit. So it's still a nice looking building site. But now let's see what I've got. When I click on it, it's minus 39 minus, my fill is 0 and my cut is 39,954. So I went from 24, almost 25 to almost minus 40. So now I have to take a guess at what my elevation is. You know what? I'm going to put in here one more. Elevation. So this one it's not applicable. This one, and I can get rid of all these. It's like, I don't even need that. When it was all fill, I made it 15 feet. When it was all cut, I made it 10.5. So my new number is going to be somewhere in between there. And I'm going to take a not very good guess because I can look at these and I could say, well, if I went half, it might be a good one. I'm going to guess 14. See what happens. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to make a guess. And you could probably make a guess that you could see would be closer. But here we go. Click, modify, highlight all those points of the building pad, and I'm going to put them all at 14 feet. Click outside and escape, click on the topo, and go see what it comes out. So my net cut and fill, oh, it made it better, 10,976. 10,976. And my cut is 14. Oh, no, that my fill. Sorry, my fill is 14,956. And my cut is 3,980. So my net cut and fill is now a positive 10,976, and so it doesn't quite work. So I have to make another guess. And obviously it's going to be smaller than this and bigger than this. And you're just going to go through that process, even if you have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, until you get it right. Now, there are ways mathematically that you can approach the best number very quickly. That is actually what Newton-Raphson did. They didn't guess. They used prior results in a formula to get closer and closer. But I call it guessing by golly, and you can get there by guess and by golly. And that's what I want you to do, unless you decide to do some formulas to help you get your next guess. Okay? So that is what we're shooting for. And what you're going to turn in is your spreadsheet and your final Revit file. So please put your name on it when you save it. Save it as a project. And instead of start file, put your initials on it. I still have some people put my initials on it. I'm not doing it. You're doing it. Put your initials on it. And there we go. That's how you optimize net, cut, and fill and get it as close to zero as you can.